Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Everton are very close to signing Andre Gomes on a permanent deal, according to Mundo Deportivo. They say that Marcel Brands is in a hurry to get the deal done. Another report in Spain saying Barcelona want the deal done because they want the cash ahead of the summer. A second outlet, Sport, are reporting that another club is also very interested in signing Andre Gomes, but says that Everton are in the box seat for the midfielder, who is, of course, or has, of course, been on loan all season at Everton. The fee is rumoured to be between 25 and 30 million euros for the Portugal midfield player. I think it makes sense for Everton to try and get this tied up as soon as possible, one way or the other. If we're not going to buy him and he's not going to stay, then have that decision, because obviously we need to replace him with somebody else. But I personally think if he is to stay, I think he'll be much better next season with a pre-season under his belt, a season in the Premier League under his belt as well, and knowing the way Marco Silva wants him to play and what's required of him. I think he seems happy. He done an interview with Sky Sports last week and said he's very happy at Everton and that he wanted to play in the Premier League. So, you know, it seems to be the right move for everybody. So let's see if Marcel Brands can get that deal done very soon. It'd certainly be a big tick for next season already to have him sewn up. Seamus Coleman has been commenting on the atmosphere again, and the Everton right back said that the atmosphere against Liverpool was fantastic at Goodison Park, and it was repeated against Chelsea, particularly in the second half in Sunday's 2-0 win. He said atmosphere like that helps us to win games, and we need to continue it. He said yes, the players have to play their part in getting the fans off the seat, but when the fans are behind the team, it can drive us on to better results. And he's right. You know, it was Everton's first victory over the team in the top six for over 2 years, since we beat Manchester City 4-0. And the atmosphere at Goodison in the second half on Sunday was brilliant, and the crowd, yes, Everton scored and it helped it, but the crowd, when they're up and bouncing like that, Goodison can be intimidating, and we need to be trying to recreate that all the time to give ourselves the best opportunity to win football matches, basically. And, you know, Seamus Coleman spoken about it, Jordan Pickford, Michael Keane, the manager, you know, they've all had to say at the weekend about the atmosphere. Luca Dean on Twitter was saying things about it. So that's what it's about. Can we keep recreating it? And I suppose that's why groups like the Gladys Street Boys and the Originals and people like that are important in creating this atmosphere, try to prolong it and get it going as much as possible. Kevin Mirallas looks as though he may return to Goodison Park in the summer. According to Gazzetta, he's on loan at Fiorentina. He's done okay this season, but apparently Fiorentina think that 7 million euros, which is what Everton have asked for the 31-year-old, is too much due to his age. They've got couple of players on loan as well, I think, Lewis Muriel being one of them, and it's whether or not they want to spend that kind of money. If I was Everton and they offered 3 million, I'd sell him, because it's about getting him off the wage bill, really. He's not going to come back to Everton at 31. I don't think he wants to come back. He said that. He's not going to come back and now get in our team and be an important member in our team. So I suppose you need to come up with a deal that's good enough to get him off our books. You know, and hopefully that Fiorentina see they can. It's financially viable for them to take him, because we don't need him back at Finch Farm and clogging up the wage bill, which is basically what he will do. Ashley Williams has been speaking about his future and said he's in no rush to sort it out. He is out of contract at Everton in the summer, so thankfully he will be off the wage bill. But where he goes after there, we don't know. Don't think Stoke are going to be too interested in keeping him. Maybe Swansea will want him back. Who knows? And finally, nearly finally, but talk about this first. Marco Silva has been speaking about Ademola Lookman and explaining his decision not to play Lookman of late. Silva spoke to the Echo and said that the inconsistency he sees in Lookman's training is the reason why it's keeping him out the team. He said one day he looks absolutely fantastic, and the next day in training you don't see the same Lookman. And he said all of our wingers need to be consistent and turn in the same level of performance every day on the training ground, and then they will force their way into the starting 11. He said that he rates Ademola Lookman massively. He said he's got great quality. We're talking to him all the time. We want him to be a big part of our future plans, but he needs to get some consistency, and if he does that, he will play. It's as simple as that. So I suppose the gauntlet has been thrown down to Lookman there, is try to get that consistency every day. Listen to what the coaching staff want you to do and apply it, because with that ability, he could be an important player for Everton. But I can kind of understand what the manager means, because one week you see Lookman and he looks brilliant at cameo, and then the next time you see him, he doesn't look the same player, or so that's the test, isn't it, really? Try to get that level of consistency, get in the team, and then stay in the team. Finally, Everton under-23s, who are being pushed really hard by Brighton for that title. There's a break now, obviously, with the 21 games, but when they return, Brighton Hove Albion go to Swansea City on April the 5th. And if they get beat by Swansea, it means if Everton beat Manchester City, who play after Brighton, means Everton can win the league that day and win the title for the second time in 3 years. It's a fantastic achievement for David Unsworth's men. We've got Brighton at home the next game after that. So ideally, I think if they both win, would set it up nicely for the opportunity to beat Brighton at Goodison Park to win it. But quite clearly, it'd be nice to have it sewn up, and then the Brighton game at Goodison be a parade time, for the players, and get loads of fans there and get behind them. But it'd be interesting, really interesting, if that was a game to clinch the league at Goodison. Imagine that, a good crowd, and Everton beat Brighton and win a trophy at Goodison for the second time in 3 years. So watch this space, what happens with that one. But fantastic effort by our 23s, and it's great to see players, younger players, pushing for them places now, like Anthony Gordon, who's been absolutely brilliant. David Unsworth, loving his input. And we've even seen breakthrough lads like Ellis Sims come into the 23s at times, but it's been a really good performances lately from the likes of Nathan Broadhead, who's been brilliant as well. So let's get that under 23s League One again, as a big pat on the back for the lads doing a fantastic job there. That is it for the News Daily. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It takes a second. If you want more videos, get over to Patreon. See you later.